Okay, so the general consensus is, does CJ hate gas? Do I hate gas? Am I a gas hater? No. No, I'm not a gas hater. I do hate, however, how big oil, they got us. Big oil. They got us. They most certainly got us. That's how you get took out here. That's how you get took out here, is when you go to the gas station. And I've got plenty of vehicles and things that still use gas. I just wish we used a lot less of it. Right? That's why I'm such a big advocate for plug-in hybrids. I love EVs, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I think the happy medium is plug-in hybrid. So what was this change? How did I go from ripping and running around in this Jeep Wrangler? Love that, my Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler. Absolutely love that thing to death. Drove it well over 200,000 miles. It was like 240,000 miles. Love the heck out of that thing. Anyway, so what happened? Well, there are basically two main things that happened, right? The first thing happened about 3 or 4 years ago. I was living in North Carolina, and it's later in the year. It's hurricane season. There's a hurricane coming. There's a hurricane that's going to be coming close enough to where it's going to cause some panic, right? So, as much as I love my Jeep Wrangler, it did not get even the slightest bit of anything close to what I would call good gas mileage. Not even close, right? So, 3 or 4 years ago, North Carolina, hurricane season. Oh, there's a hurricane that's pretty much making sure that it's going to make its way towards where I live, right? It just so happens that the day, I think it was a Thursday, that day lines up with the same day every week. Every single week, I go to the gas station and drop $62 in the gas tank, give or take, of regular unleaded 87 grade gas. So what ended up happening was that exact day was also the day that the hurricane, I believe, made some kind of weird move where it like changed its direction, and it was basically heading right towards us. So everybody and their grandma was getting gas that day, of course. And like I said, this is my weekly trip on a Thursday to go get gas. I'm not getting gas because I want to get gas. I'm not getting gas because I feel like it's a good time to get gas. I'm getting gas because I am on E on Thursdays every week without fail. I'm out looking for gas. My normal gas station that I have is completely out of gas. Okay, well, there's several other gas stations. I'll just go get gas somewhere else, right? Nope. The next gas station, out of gas. The next gas station, out of power for whatever reason. So they can't even... That was weird. Anyway, next gas station, out of gas, and so on and so forth. I am now looking for gas for the better half of an hour. And all these places are only 5 minutes away. I finally find a gas station. Oh... It's a gas station that I don't particularly like to get gas from. Of course, naturally, there's a line of people that extends way out into the street. I got lucky and was able to get in. So I'm actually in the actual parking area, waiting in line. I'm about 2 or 3 people away from this gas station, from the gas pump. I'm behind a pickup truck. So the person in front of the pickup truck, they pull forward, they get gas, they get gone. The pickup truck in front of me gets to the gas pump. Now, this pickup truck can only seat a maximum of 6 people. Somehow, 8 people jumped out of the inside of this truck, not the bed. Not the bed, just the inside. It was a crew cab pickup truck, and 8 people hopped out of it. 8 adults. Some of them look like they may have been teenagers, but mostly 8 full-grown adults. No, like, lap children. So it was already a fun time. So anyway, One of the people, they go inside, and the other folks just kind of pop open the tailgate on this truck, sit down, and start eating a bunch of snacks. Okay, I thought that was a little awkward, but whatever. The guy who's standing at the pump, he's not doing anything. He's just staring at it and looking around. Okay, maybe the young lady who went inside, she went to go pay for the gas. She comes back with more snacks. She then talks to the guy at the pump. She hops in the bed of the trunk, or the bed of the truck. At this point, the guy looking at the pump, he whips out his wallet, puts his card in the gas pump, and proceeds to get gas. And I'm like, okay, that was awkward. At no point did she hand him a card that she paid for, or did she tell him that? No, he put his card in right there and got gas. So maybe her card got declined for gas, but she was able to get snacks another way or whatever. So I kept giving them the benefit of the doubt. Nope. These good people decided to literally have a tailgate party right here at this pump. Meanwhile, there's a line of people waiting to get gas. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe the audacity. Adults decided to have a tailgate party while there is a line of people waiting to get gas. I can't believe that these good folks decided to just come out to get gas on a day where gas is so sparse. Gas is a necessity today. They decide to come out and have a tailgate party? What? No. This can't be happening. I don't know how long it took them to get gas and to get going, but it took them a very long time. Long enough to where I was uncomfortable leaving my Jeep running. I actually turned it off and waited. People honking at them. People honking behind me because the car behind me is actually in the road, blocking traffic somewhat. So when you want to go down the road that this gas station is on the corner of, you have to go around them in the oncoming lane. But since there's a stoplight there as well, when there's people stopped at the light, a line of people, and the butt of this car is sticking out, people just have to sit there and wait. It was just a crazy debacle. All in all, kids, the moral of the story is this. I had 2 hours invested in getting gas, something that normally takes 10 minutes tops. And that includes me leaving the house, going to the gas station, getting the gas, maybe even getting a snack or two. Why not? Leaving the gas station, getting back home, bam, 10 minutes. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. So now, fast forward to recently, more recently than that, I had the opportunity to drive a 2019 Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid, which affords 44 miles, give or take, of electric range, and then a 7-gallon gas tank to take you the rest of the way should you need it. The reason why that car is probably my top pick for a decent, a very good commuter car. And I don't like sedans, and this car is actually a sedan. I don't like trunks. I like having hatches. I like having truck beds. I like having SUV, cargo areas. I like having more than just a trunk. That kind of compromise of having a trunk in the Honda Clarity is actually pretty deep, because it's a very big trunk to begin with. It's a huge trunk. That trunk has more cubic feet in it than some smaller crossover SUVs, mind you. Anyway, so I had this Honda Clarity for about a week. In that week, I drove about 1,300 miles. I think it was a little bit less than 1,300 miles. And I used about 6 gallons of gas. Let me say that again, for those of you that are just now paying attention. I drove 1,300 miles and used less than 7 gallons of gas. Because on my commute to work, which was actually about 44 miles, believe it or not, is exactly 44 miles from my driveway to where I park at work every day, 5 days a week. So, home and work, work and home, home and work and home, all week. I was able to drive on all electricity. I do not have a level 2 charger, so I just had the standard level 1 charging cord that comes with every plug-in hybrid. It's already in the car. You don't have to do anything special to it. It plugs into a standard 120 volt outlet, 3-prong. I've got plenty of those in and outside of the house. So the bottom line is this, kids. Had I had that Honda Clarity back then, I wouldn't have even been to the gas station. Not even close. To be honest with you, the only reason why I even used those 6 gallons of gas is because I made the trip to California where I had to pick up said vehicle for the week. So including my trip to California, from California back home to Phoenix, Arizona, and then the week of driving, before I made my trip back to California, I had to get gas. At that point, that's when I realized I used 6 point whatever gallons of gas. I have a picture here I'm going to throw up here. Check that out. Check how much gas I used. Check how much it cost me to get gas, even at those prices. So had I not made that trip and just continued my normal daily routine, I wouldn't be getting gas for months at a time. That's insane. I know people that have other plug-in hybrids, take your pick, and they've had these plug-in hybrids for years now. On average, without any special trips or anything, just their daily lives, day in, day out. A couple of people have only gotten gas twice in an entire 365 calendar day year. Twice. That would be you. That would be me. And if you're worried about stale gas, don't worry about that. The auto manufacturers have already taken that into consideration. The gas tank is pressurized. It has a special emission system. At a certain point, the car knows, hey, you've driven a lot of miles and this gas engine has not been turned on in a while. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start for a little bit. Yeah, I know it sucks. You will be burning gas at that point for no other reason than just to simply let the engine run. That does suck, but it doesn't last forever, and it's nowhere near how much gas you would have been using had you just simply had a standard internal combustion vehicle. So to recap, sorry, I'm blabbling on, I'm going on and on. The bottom line is this, there are 2 reasons. The first reason is that I hate paying for gas. I don't hate gas itself, I just hate paying for it. The prices go in and out, up and down, arm and a leg, $3, $4, $5, $6 a gallon, and up and up and up. I hate paying for that stuff. The second reason has to do with that hurricane. What if I was unable to find gas? What am I going to do? Ride my bicycle to work? That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. That would really cut down my carbon footprint. But no, unfortunately, there are no sidewalks or any bike lanes or anything of that nature where I lived at the time. What happens when they are unavailable? What happens, take for example what happened just earlier this year. The pipeline situation with being hacked and all that. That sucked. So people couldn't even get gas. And then what gas they could get, they kind of hoarded it, right? They took more gas than they needed, thinking it was going to last a lot longer than it did, which then imposed an out of gas situation for everybody else that didn't buy gas at that time or couldn't buy gas at that time. So I'm sure that sucked for a lot of people. Well, you know who it didn't suck for? Few people who have either EVs or plug-in hybrids. You know what you're going to say? If a pipeline can be hacked, obviously your electric grid can be hacked. And that is very true. There is more than one way to obtain electricity. The easiest way, for example, is obviously solar. Solar is, somewhat expensive to get into, but there are grants. Check whatever you have to. Just get more information about going solar. So there you have it. There it is in a nutshell. So I hope that was informative to you. I hope that you find that information mind-blowing. It was enough for me to change my entire outlook about vehicles. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.